Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about, will the recession lead to foreclosures? Now, you all know that I have a ton of books that I love to read, and there's just one particular book. While I'm going through these books, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. There's one particular book that I really was interested in. I can't even remember a thing about the book now, but it was this book specifically. Recession Proof Real Estate Investing by J. Scott. As I'm just flipping through the book, I am remembering a lot of what was talked about here. The recovery phase and all that other stuff that J. Scott talks about. I don't want to ruin the book for anyone who wants to buy it, but recession-proof real estate investing. This topic that we're going over today is, will there be a lot of foreclosures in 2024? And that is a really good question. In my understanding, I don't believe so. I don't believe that there will be a lot of foreclosures in 2024. However, I do believe that prices will come down, especially from their highs. And when I say prices will come down, people, I'm in Columbus, Ohio, where I see a property that currently right now is listed for $385,000. It was bought in 2020 for $230,000, which means it is worth about $150,000 more right now. That price has dropped from $495,000, which means in a 3-year span, someone believed that they can more than double their money, and they have just dropped it to about $150,000 more than what they bought it 3 years ago. I have 2 properties that, with both their equity combined, wouldn't be $135,000 in appreciation. If I sold it all, then yes, I could have that. But in appreciation alone, I mean, these people are ridiculous with their asking prices. And so when I say prices are going to come down, from what? You understand? Like, it is completely unreasonable what people are looking for, completely unreasonable what people are asking for. They're looking for a filler rate that isn't available, a filler price that the market cannot command. And anyone who is willing to look at 3 years ago and say this house is worth double what it was 3 years ago is out of their mind. It's not as if you renovated the whole place and built it up from nothing. No. This is the same home, the same income, with higher interest rates, and you want to sell it for more than double what it is worth. Absolutely not. And so when we talk about foreclosures, I do think that prices will come down, but where they come down from is truly the question, right? It can come down and still be unaffordable. I'm not going to pay you $100,000 more for a property, especially if it's a single family, and it's only been two years since you purchased the property. How are you a motivated seller, but your price is your price and it doesn't go down? How are you a motivated seller, but you're only willing to be motivated $10,000 off of your list price? Now, me as a investor, I'm looking for a steal of a deal. I get a call every single day asking me if I'm selling my other property. Every single day. Every single day. It's not a day that goes by. Somehow they still got my number. I need to start utilizing. Which book did I just finish reading that I need to start utilizing? I need to start utilizing this book right here, Asset Protection. I don't know why I'm promoting all these other people, but I need to start utilizing that and put a little what is it called? Not a tax lien. It'll be a can't remember the name right now, so I won't bore you with that. If it comes to my mind, I'll uh, I'll drop that in the comment section down below. But yeah, there's certain things that you can do to mask your identity, not by just getting an LLC and putting it in your LLC's name, but by sheltering your assets in a whole other way. But just getting that peace of mind and getting that distance from the properties itself. But yes, I buy really, really good deals to the point where um, I don't I don't miss a day where I'm not getting a call. Hey, do you want to sell your property? I mean, there there's only one person who kept me on the phone long enough to actually get like a 10-second a spill off, and this person didn't sound like a cold caller. So for all those cold callers out there, take some notes. This person said, "Hey, me and my father are looking for a property," and the only reason I'm giving you this spill right now is because this is real life investing, which will help you if you are interested in real estate. And to hear that I get calls every single day and there's only one person that stuck out to me, you should be listening to the conversation of how we spoke to each other, on how they kept me, who didn't want to be on the phone that long, to actually hear what they had to say. So the first thing they did is they touched on my heartstrings. What did they say? They said, me and my father are looking for a real estate property. They didn't say we're the best in the world. They didn't say we got everything figured out. They said no. Me and my father, we're going into real estate together. Whew. Already. Now, I'm not big on my own father. I'm not trying to get too personal, but that does sound nice. That sounds like, oh wow, this is a young man trying to get into the game. And I appreciate that as a young man myself. So me and my father are looking for real estate properties, and we came across your property. Now, before you say anything of a price or anything like that, we know you're in the business of making money. And I said yes, but I'm not interested in selling. How did they get me to even say I'm not interested in selling? Because normally I would just hang up on them. Well, it's because they had already touched on my heartstrings a little bit. So I wanted to let them know, hey, I'm not interested in selling. All right. So they got me to say, hey, I'm not interested in selling. But then the next thing the gentleman said is, yes, but you're interested in making money, right? And so you got into the business to make money. So there's two ways that you can handle that conversation. One, as an investor, I'm not an idiot, right? All I do is think about ways to make money. Everyone has a different sales tactic. Everyone thinks that they're the best seller in the world. But how do you sell to someone who is a buyer and not of what you're selling, right? You're trying to buy my asset that I am buying actively. Makes no sense. Now, of course, there are always a good time to sell and a good time not to sell, but most likely you'll get your best price on market and not from some guy calling up your phone trying to lowball you on a price, especially not an investor like me. That would make absolutely no sense, right? There's no way you're going to pay me top dollar and you're in the same business I'm in. So with that being said, you have to market differently. So you're trying to sell me. Most real estate agents, it's also allowed me to think why most real estate agents wouldn't even respond back to me is because they know that I'm not going to give them the best price. They know if I'm willing to pay 180, somebody's willing to pay 230 or 220. That's just the truth. And so if I am going to get a deal, a lot of the times it does have to be off market deals. And knowing that, you have to be very, very intentional of how you market yourself. And so the gentleman said, but you're interested in making money. So already I'm a very smart guy. I know that when they said I'm interested in making money, what they really mean is if you sell, you'll make some money. However, I'm not getting the cash flow which I entered the business for, right? I'm no longer getting those instant returns. I'm no longer getting the appreciation value, which is why you want my property to get into the same business. Why would I hand that over to you? How much more are you going to offer me than what the house is actually worth, right? An investor is most likely not going to offer me more, but less. And so I am not incentivized to speak to you. If you want me to speak to you, the first thing you should say is, I am going to offer you more than anyone else. Now we're talking. Now, you see these ears? They're wide open. That's the first thing I want to hear. I am going to offer you more than anyone else. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. So this is where creative financing comes in. This is where understanding the market comes in. So where you may be able to offer $1,000 more, $5,000 more, and still have a really, really good deal. Now in today's market, there are several loan strategies that are still available that would allow you to reap those gains. And it's crazy how we shifted topics from one topic to now understanding how to essentially be better than a cold caller, especially in the real estate market. But this is where my mind wanders to when it comes to investing and when it comes to not being taken advantage of and understanding your market. I know so many sellers who are not sellers, they're buyers, right? So many people who are in sales, they're in car sales, but they're paying an egregious amount for their own car. Are you a car salesman or are you the one being sold to? There are so many people in solar roof sales, but they're paying an egregious amount for a solar roof. Are you a solar roof salesman or are you the one being sold to? There's so many people who claim that they're in real estate, but their primary residence costs more than everything that they've ever bought in their life. Are you a real estate investor or are you the one who was sold to? There are so many people that I look at on a day-to-day basis. I say, you would have been a great sales agent, but you're broke. You would have been good at X, Y, and Z, but you're broke. If you're broke, there is no way you're good at anything but being broke. And we need to change that mindset. If you are a seller, if you are someone who sells goods and services, but you are still the same person buying those same goods and services, falling for the same lines that these people gave you. If I had listened to that gentleman, I would have been $10,000 less into the house that I had just purchased. I would have had a fat stack of cash, and I could have been on YouTube like this with a fat stack of cash on my hand with no property. No property. From 2 properties to 1. And a fat stack of cash like this. Now, cash is opportunity. And cash in this market is king. But if you have no better use for it, there is absolutely no reason why I'd rather take a fat stack of cash than the property that I got. Because that property I got is bringing me $12.75 every single month on command, okay? And I still haven't gotten that check yet, so I should be getting it here shortly, okay? But that's just an everyday life thing. You feel me? That's just I don't gotta flex the muscle. I'm just telling you, like, no, I don't need that 180. I don't need that 200K right now. What am I gonna do with it? I'm not gonna get that again. Not at these rates. That property I got is at 2.625%. Who am I selling that to? No one. Okay, I'm gonna need $350,000 to sell that house right now. And then 10 years later, I'm gonna need a lot more than that. Okay? So, yeah. Unless you got 350 for me, it's not happening. Not happening. I think I told someone once it was 280 to get me to sell that house. Now we at 350. So that just goes to show I'm a long-term investor. Everything long-term. Not 350. For a house that's worth about 200, I'll take that deal any day. Okay, because I know what I can do with 350 right now. But in the grand scheme of things, um, focus on being personable. Focus on being able to interact with others in a way that makes you the one that they want to engage with. Focus on holding someone's attention, not being someone easily understood to where I'm like, oh, I already know what they're going to say. Let me drop off of this call. Right? That gentleman was the only one to grab my attention. That gentleman is the reason why this video is 6 minutes longer right now. But I caught on to what the gentleman was saying, and I didn't want to hear anymore. I don't know you. You're wasting my time. Be someone who is personable, someone who is direct, but someone who can get their point across in a way that incentivizes someone to stay on the phone a lot longer. Don't tell me, oh, but you're in the business to make money. Tell me how you're going to make me money right now. I'll pay you more than anyone else. Oh, okay, I'm listening. Right? I'm listening. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.